unboxing is The Light She Feels Inside. It's by Gwendolyn Wallace and illustrated by Olivia Duchess. And then there's like a little clue because she's reading a book, and the title is Those Who Come Before You. And the publisher is Sourcebooks. Jabberwocky Sourcebooks. I think Jabberwocky might be an imprint of Sourcebooks. And so it says on the cover, some days Maya glows, but sometimes she, sometimes the glow is more happy, and sometimes it's more stressful when she overhears her family worrying about bills or her relatives are stopped by the police. But anyway, she goes to the library where she gets a stack of books to learn, and maybe here learning about people who come before you. And I feel like that helps her, like reduce her stress, and also helps her understand the world around her, which, honestly has, isn't, it can be a scary place. And so I feel like the glow is sort of like, it's her happy energy, but also in some sense it's like protective even. And so here she is with her favorite cousin, just going about her day, feeling pretty happy. But then sometimes the glow changes color when, things are not so happy. Like here, there's a little bit of bullying. And here, it's the way her cousin gets treated by the police. And like it's changing colors. It's sort of getting darker and more red when she's getting upset. Here, she looks like she's going to lose like a field. And when it feels too overwhelming, like just it's a glow, but it's like not a happy one. The library is a place to sort of process what she's feeling. And she learns about the people who come before her. Ida B. Wells, a very famous journalist who recorded injustice. Nina Simone, a very famous singer and performer. Fannie Lou Hamer, who, of course, is a famous civil rights activist. And like through this book, she's almost like placed into the story with these people, like learning side by side, like being nurtured by them as well. Gwendolyn Brooks, who I believe is a writer. Marsha P. Johnson, Starhouse. I don't know her at all, so perhaps a philanthropist. June Jordan. Looks like an architect. Like, oh, so many people I don't even know. And sort of gets her glow back, like feeling supported by the many women before her who were trailblazers in the Black community. And, I do think it's so important to learn about, Black history, or, basically like any history of minorities, which are not always included in the history books. But, and it's not just for your own knowledge, like if it's like that's your ethnicity, but like just to know, like all different minorities, histories, and the people who achieved, because a lot of those are hidden figures, like even it's a good example of this in this book. As I flipped the pages, I knew less and less of them. But I just also think it's just, like if just all kids don't learn about these different figures in history, these women in STEM and all other fields, it conveys a history that only like white men have, have made a difference in the world. And so that's why I just think it's important for everyone to learn history of all different kinds of people. And, it might be hard to fight for that in the school system and the history books, but picture books are a really great way to, get access to this information and to enjoy it and to have it presented in sort of bite-sized chunks Because like this would work for someone who's 4, you know, like for a 4-year-old reader, but it would be just as powerful and inspiring for a reader who's 8 or older, or even myself who's, you know, well into my 50s. Because, you know, like I don't know June Jordan, and Gwendolyn Books, I'm not even quite sure all the stuff that she's done. Like I didn't know she won a Pulitzer Prize, for example. And I've never heard of Marsha P. Johnson or June Jordan or the Combahee River Collective. And I just think like this kind of information too, it's inspiring, right? To learn about more people and the things that they've done. You know, I think for anyone. So anyway, thank you so much to Jabberwocky for sending me this book. It's called Jabberwocky? Is that right? Yeah, Jabberwocky. And thank you for watching.